Hey, what's up, everybody? We're going to be getting started here soon, so hang out in the chat room and, yeah, chillax. Grab your snacks. Just a few more minutes and we will get rock and rollin'. What's up, everybody coming in? We're still waiting just a little bit. If you have not liked the live stream, please like the live stream. Again, we are going to get started here very soon. Just sit back, relax, and grab your snacks. Okay, should we get started? Should we get the party started? Alright, let's get the purple demon faces. Okay. And 3 and 2 and big face, and wow, it's really dark. Hold on. There we go. A little bit lighter. Okay, much better. Anyways, hello, my name is Jan. I am Hyperian. This is my channel, Mindful Monad. We are all mindful monads here in this chat room. So today is Friday Night Chat. This is where we sit back and relax, and extra so today because we have achieved a great goal in our Mindful Monad channel. We have reached the point of monetization, so that's a good step, and our next goal is to reach 2,500 followers. So in order to do that, help me out by subscribing to this channel and sharing the live streams, and oh, if you have not liked this already, please do. So because it's like the last day of September and October is tomorrow, I figured we'd kick off the festivities with some ridiculous ghost videos. In the meantime, we're going to just enjoy it and chit chat. Last week I said we are gonna do pizza. I did eat pizza. I ate it before the stream because I was really hungry. So sorry. I had the pizza. I ate the pizza. I still have I have 2 little donuts here though, so I'll get to those later. So I do have snacks. And I have root beer. So I do have some things. So, anyways. No, I'm sorry. I didn't save you any pizza, Cassie. I see Mark. Hello, Mark. And Cassie. Hello, Cassie. These are a couple moderators here in the chat room, keeping the chat room chill. And there's quite a number of people in here. Yeah, if you're just getting in, like the video. And we will get started with watching some fun, spooky videos. Now, I gotta say, my initial thing with, ghost videos and stuff is it's full of crap. Okay, just across the board. So when I look into paranormal videos, it's for recreational purposes. It's just for fun. It's just a lot of speculation and what ifs and imagination, and it's just for the spirit of the spooky season. But before we get started, we shall say hello and get orientated. I just had a pepperoni pizza. It was really good. Oh, and happy birthday to Laura LaFleur. Laura LaFleur is open about turning 70 today. Congratulations for your annual solar rotation, I think. Annual solar rotation. Annual solar orbiting. But yes, nonetheless, happy birthday, congratulations. I hope your day is going really well. There's something in my sock. Okay, it's like the tiniest stick, sorry. I got distracted with that. There we go. Yeah, birthday emojis for Laura. It's your cake day. It's your cake day. Hello, Elise. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Laura says, thank you. I have a whole thing about birthdays. We are all only one day older than yesterday, but I do enjoy the cake and presents. I enjoy birthday cake. That's good, though. I'm glad you're having a good birthday. Let's see. Hey, Perry. Perry's getting into Ghost already. Yeah, I see little Halloween emojis, too. I mean, look, I'm not gonna deny that there's some very interesting paranormal experiences that people have concerning ghosts and whatnot, but when it comes to the internet, like, I'm just always inclined to be like, fake, fake. However, what's fun is to just relax and pretend it's real, you know, like, just get into the spirit, like, put yourself in the situation, imagine what it would be like. So, and thank you so much for the super chat, Deborah. It says, congratulations on getting monetized, and thank you so much for spending your Friday nights with us. Yeah, honestly, thank you guys for spending Friday nights with me. And it's going to be really fun this month because we got more spooky paranormal themed sorts of things. Let's see. Mark says, my lady and I experienced the same apparition in a hotel room in Asheville, North Carolina one time. Yeah, that's pretty crazy when two people see the same thing. Oh, Claudia, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know why my alert box thing isn't working. It should be. I really appreciate that. Those little stickers are so cute. Are you guys ready for some spookiness? Like, who else is here? Let's see. Hello to Renaissance Fairy, VKG. Let's scroll up. Yes, happy birthday, Laura LaFleur. Then Solstice, good to see you. Hope, good to see you. Cassidy. Joanna. Katrina. Claudia, of course. And leave blank 777. Pretty sure that's Megan. Void Megan. Hey, girl. Oh, there we go. Now the alert box is working. It's just subtle. Thank you so much, Lisa. Those are such cute little stickers. Little sunglasses. It's gonna... Yeah, it's a chill Friday today. I mean, it's funny. I've never actually, like, reviewed ghost videos with a crowd before, so this should be pretty fun. Yes, hey, hey! It was the 777 that gave it away. I'm like, mwah, you. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see, how long have we been going for? Alright, just a little bit more, we'll start our video. Oh, thank you very much, Zero. You did like a little hand pointy thingy. We need to see, like, the little emoji. #1, ghost video. So, let's be, little ghost hunters and, like... Let's take a look at these videos and, yeah, Lisa, hey, Lisa Zawacki. Let's lay on the ghost emojis. Let's see what we can find. It'll be great. Oh, and I got Loppy here for emotional support in case I get too scared. Loppy and Ghost, yes, I'm going to be making a bundle of Loppy lumps here soon and sending them out. It's time for another round of lops. We're gonna take over the world. Anyways. What happened to my cursor? My cursor disappeared. Damn it. Oh. This happens every once in a while. Shit. There we go. Oh my god. It's so stressful. I might fiddle with the style of the, chat box only because I would like it to highlight some things. I mean, it's pretty cool the way it is now, but let's see. Let's try this. Oh, that's weird. The clean, let's see, the boxed. We'll try that. We're gonna experiment. Let me know. Oh, Laura, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Really appreciate that. Happy October Eve. Thank you for this spooky stream, Jan. Yeah. Thank you. The place I live is kind of like the house I live in is like built in like maybe late 60s, early 70s. Kind of feels like living in a cottage, honestly, like in the woods, more than it feels like a house. Like I constantly feel like I'm on a weird forest vacation. Pardon me. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's so cool having the super chats now, and I absolutely love it. But it's totally like optional. Nobody feel pressured, please. It's like it's cool if you can. If not, like don't worry. Take care of yourselves. Please, please, please. Okay, let's do this. So there's like, I see a lot of people reacting to like Nuke's top 5, so I think that's for the most part like safe to review. So we're gonna start with that, and then I got some like other stuff, and we can like surf around and just like explore, because there's just like oodles and oodles of stuff that just go back for like years. I remember like a time when it was like really hard to find ghost videos and stuff, and the ones that I did, it was just like, oh, it's so scary, because I didn't really understand things, and plus, like, I was just like more of a kid. When I was a kid, the concept of ghosts scared the absolute fuck out of me. I've only maybe had like I've had like a couple of paranormal experiences, but they've been more as like an adult. One was like when I lived in downtown Salt Lake City. There was like an old ass apartment I lived in, and there was like a certain closet door that like kept moving by itself. And I don't mean like with the wind or anything. I mean like there was something there. Yeah, everybody turn off all your lights. And oh, by the way, I'm just gonna throw this out there right now. You might hate this stream if you have headphones on, just saying. Okay. We're gonna get really melodramatic, okay? Because we gotta have fun with this. So if we get any like, okay, one thing though, I will say this, and I will spare you all this, and if we happen to see them, I'm sorry, and it's the jump scares. If there's any accidental like jump scares, I'm sorry. I hate those. Like even like the fake jump scares or whatever. I'm not a fan, okay? I don't like my heart rate just randomly increasing to the point where I feel like I'm going to pass away. So, yeah, I don't like jump scares. I would never do that to you all. But sometimes I feel like in ghost compilations and things, like people will sneak them in there here and there. And every time they happen, I'm like, damn it! Oh, VKG says, yay, pizza's here. Grab your pizza, hurry! Everyone grab your pizza. You got like 60 seconds. You got like, okay, maybe like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Sorry, I'm catching up with the comments. And I don't know if I like this chat box setting. It's like really big. Oh, there we go. That's better. We're just trying new, like right above me, we're just trying like new layouts. That's better. Like it's much like smaller, but it's kind of like boxed up. So I kind of like that. And I like how it just pops in. Pop. Okay. All right. Should we do it? Here we go.
From the Dark Doorway. Popular Japanese ghost hunters Hiro and Tomo from the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film travel to a mysterious abandoned house.
Okay, always instant like sus when like your whole YouTube channel is dedicated to ghost hunting. I mean, like you're eventually gonna have to ruse something up. Just saying. See, I like the ghost videos that come from people where it's like, this person never posts about ghosts at all, and suddenly they had this weird video. Like, that's a little bit more interesting to me versus, like, here are these ghost hunters. But let's see. What, the airplane?
That is said to be extremely haunted. The story goes that years ago, a married couple was living in the house. The wife descended into madness, and late one night in a fit of rage, she violently took her husband's life. And then she took her own.
Oh,
These days, the house has been abandoned for over 10 years. No one goes near the place, and it is believed that some evil presence haunts the home. But that doesn't stop the Omagatoki film team. Investigators Hiro and Tomo vow to spend the night and explore the infamously haunted house. Eventually, the two guys decide to split up. Hiro goes back to the car and Tomo stays to explore the second floor. As Tomo looks around, he finds an opening into the attic. There he finds old clothes and pictures of the family that once lived there.
I always wonder how, like, they're able to get into these places and find this perfectly, like, kept stuff. Like, nobody else has done that before. Like, either they're superstitious or just, like, I don't know, it's, like, a really remote location, or they got, like, permission to go in there, but, like, aren't you trespassing on properties?
Tomo calls Hiro to tell him what he's found. But there is something else going on that is downright chilling. Watch very closely.
もしもし。なんか天板が外れて屋根裏みたいなのがあったの。
And I found an attic.
あ、マ
Let's
ジ？
see, there's a lot of noise. Really? No way.
やばい。
I can't hear you at all. Really?
なんかね、大丈夫？今聞こえる？あ、今聞こえる？聞こえる？あそこのその押し入れの中を見たんだけどさ、なんか天板が外れてさ、屋根裏みたいな感じ。
There's a ceiling panel in the closet, and he
Tomo
found an
experiences odd
attic.
interference when attempting to phone Hiro. And did you see it?
See what?
Tomo doesn't notice, but someone appears to be peeking out at him from a dark doorway.
Ah!
Completely unaware of what he has just captured, Tomo heads down to the car to meet up with Hiro. Once he's gone, a static...
Rats. VKG says rats. I can't tell you how many times people go into abandoned buildings and stuff like that, and I'm just like, how do you know that's not an animal? Like, rats make all sorts of, like, weird-ass noises and scratchy things and all sorts of stuff, climb through walls and knock into stuff. Like, how do you know it's not an animal or, like, vermin or, you know, some mice? The same goes for people who, like, hunt for Bigfoot in forests. Like, just go out in a middle of the forest, and look for a deer. Like, you're not gonna find it in like one night. Anyways, we're already ranting. We're 2 minutes in, we're already ranting.
Camera captures something absolutely terrifying.
That's creepy. Okay. Is that too dark? I don't know. No!
The figure of a woman can be seen in the doorway, just kind of standing there motionless. Then suddenly, without explanation, the camera just stops recording. When Tomo and Hiro review their footage, they are shocked by what they discover. So could this be the apparition of the woman who went mad inside the house? Or just who or what is this? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire creepy 2-part investigation over on the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film. Meanwhile, on TikTok user Tim Saver says that he's a new night guard at an undisclosed facility.
I'm trying to adjust myself because, like, I need it to be darker, but I also want to see shit because I don't really have, like, the screen in full screen mode, and it's also really hard to have all these windows open up in one screen, by the way. That's a big damn rat.
He says that he's the only guard willing to work the night shift, and for good reason. You see, strange and unexplainable things seem to happen in the building in the dead of night, but no one knows why. Over the course of the next week, Tim begins to understand where most of the activity in the building takes place. A creepy abandoned unit just inside the facility. On night 11 at his new job, he leaves his phone to record the abandoned unit as he makes his rounds. An hour into the recording, this happens.
Let's listen to the creepy recording. Oh, let's see it. Ah! Something inanimate is slightly moving.
A light flashes and a hatch leading to the upper attic space opens and closes on its own.
That's a raccoon.
Gathering his courage, Tim grabs a ladder and climbs up into the attic to investigate. What happens next is downright chilling.
Tim, don't do it. Don't go in there. Ew, that's a lot of dust. I'd be dying. What the fuck? I don't know, even then, yeah, it's like if it's I mean, animals generally want to stay away from you, but if you're up, like, climbing into a space where it's being cornered, they might be inclined to, like, give you a little scritch and a little nibble. Maybe take off the sunglasses, Jan. You think maybe you'd see better? Ah!
creepy pale hand seems to come out of nowhere and wraps around a small statue sitting on the attic floor.
But
Even
why?
stranger, there appears to be no arm or no body attached to the hand. Tim
This isn't really, it's like, scary so much as it's like,
quickly gets out of there. So, is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate TikTok hoax?
obviously.
You decide.
We decide it's a hoax.
TikTok user Brianna's videos are mostly dedicated to her favorite pastime, free diving in the beautiful waters just off the coast of sunny Florida. Now, none of Brianna's videos have anything to do with the supernatural. Well, except for just this one. One afternoon, Brianna is going for a routine dive when she captures something truly chilling.
That's weird. That's not her herself.
Brianna starts to panic
Screaming
as she hears
inside of
loud,
her
distressed
mouth?
underwater screams all around her. After she surfaces and disturbed by what she just heard, she goes down again to try to figure out just what is going on. This time, there are no screams. Brianna is baffled by what just happened and posts her strange unexplained video to TikTok. Now, of course, many viewers accuse Brianna of adding a fake audio track to her dive video.
Or screaming. I don't know. You can scream inside of your mouth. I can't scream right now, but you know. Maybe we can all hum. That was dumb. Cave divers go into some scary places, says Laura LaFleur. Yeah, that is one activity I don't feel like doing. Ew, everybody's sharing like ghost experiences. Hyperion Frequency, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that.
So, to prove them wrong, Brianna posts again, this time showing the footage directly from her GoPro camera.
So, people are asking what camera I use. The GoPro 7 works perfectly fine for me. I cracked it a little bit, but I use the case. Definitely not a voiceover though, so I'm going to show you the video straight out of my GoPro. Just like how I recorded it. So you can hear.
I don't know. Where was she? I'm wondering where she's diving because, I mean, I don't know. Like, the area I'm in, there's otters, there's seals, there's dolphins, there's like a ton of stuff that could, like, squeak and squill.
Edit or anything
Just saying. Just saying.
like that. So.
Now, when watching Brianna's original video, it looks like she's swimming through some kind of wreckage, possibly that of a sunken ship. Many viewers believe that she might have captured the eerie final screams of the ghost of someone who didn't survive the wreck. Now, paranormal or not, the strange underwater screams are absolutely
Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of like a more boring one.
unnerving. This next creepy video was uploaded to TikTok by Rosie B from Michigan. The home security clip shows Rosie's daughter strolling through the kitchen when the toddler seems to have a very odd and chilling encounter.
It's always, I don't know, I will say there's something really creepy when it's like kids or pets noticing weird stuff, because it's like, what are you doing? Adults, I'm more inclined to believe, like, fake and feign and just lie about things, but children and small children and animals tend to be quite honest in their reactions to things. Laura says it's probably another diver who saw her and thought she was a ghost, right? Ah! Ah! No, child, no. That's not okay. Kids are so creepy sometimes when they do stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, are you pretending? Or like, what the hell's going on?
At first, the girl appears to be talking to someone.
Megan's like, Ollie will point over at nothing, and I'm just like, no, sir, do not. Yeah, no, please, no, no things. We are not seeing things.
One that we can't see. When suddenly something seems to try to yank a plastic container of snacks right out of her hand. Whatever it is then seems to go after her toy box. The toddler puts up a fight and wins, and then just walks away, seemingly angry at whoever or whatever was grabbing at her things.
Yeah, that's really odd.
Later, when Rosie asks her daughter about what happened, the little girl says that a young boy and girl were trying to take away her toys.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's
looking
not
at
cool.
the video, there's just no one there. At least no one that we can see.
Yeah, but it actually looks like it's
girl
tugging.
Fighting over toys with the ghosts of two children?
No.
Let me know what you think.
I mean, that's really weird. Yeah, I don't know. That's an I don't know. That one's a bit more like, yeah, that one's very peculiar. Oh yeah. So Laura says I once heard a very loud screaming woman where I lived out by the woods. Terrifying. I called my neighbor up the hill to see if she was okay, and she hadn't heard anything. Turned out to be a cougar. So straight up, when cougars are in heat, they will screech and scream, and it sounds terrifying. Like, let me see if I can find it. Like, it sounds god-awful. So, yeah, you're just like, what is that, a banshee in the woods? Let's see. Cougar scream at night. Yeah, it's really fucking intense. Maybe this'll be... Are we gonna hear it? Yeah. Like, it's really weird. This. Yeah, it sounds weird. Like, sometimes it actually sounds like an actual woman screaming bloody murder. So, yeah, they just stand out there and scream their cans off. Weird ass cats.
Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. My Haunted Hotel. Over 400 years ago, all the way back in 1622, the old King's Head Inn.
What? What? I'm sorry, what? Cassie says my grandpa caught a cougar when he was young and kept it in a trailer. Not sure why. What happened? What's the rest of the story? What happened to the cougar? What the fuck is you... What? What kind of hillbilly story is that? My grandpa caught a cougar when he was young, kept it in a trailer. It was... That's no cougar, that was my wife. That weird, like, married people humor where it's like, we hate each other, so that's funny.
Was built in Chester, England. It is said that at least 13 ghosts haunt the old inn, including
13? How can you count?
a man in black that roams the haunted hotel and the ghost of a young child. The many spirits of the inn are said to frequently interact with visitors and guests, especially in the inn's many bedrooms. These days, the old King's Head still serves as a hotel bar and restaurant and is now owned by Harry Achilleos. As a paranormal enthusiast himself, Harry has a grand plan for the old King's Head Hotel. He wants to capture real evidence of paranormal activity at the inn and let hotel guests experience it as well.
What the...
Harry, along with his friends and fellow paranormal investigators Brett and Danny, installed 16 live cameras to record multiple angles of every room in the hotel. Visitors can now rent rooms to explore and seek out their own paranormal experience.
I mean, I don't know if I would want to do that or not. Just because, like, I don't know if I would. It's like just, hey, go stay in this room and just have instant anxiety all the time. The instant anxiety of anticipation that something may or may not happen. So, I mean, it would be kind of exciting to experience something, but at the same time, it's like, again, I don't like jump scares, and that's all that shit is about.
And they
It's like watching the toaster and waiting for the toast to pop.
usually find it. The owner and his team carefully monitor their guests on the 16 video feeds, both to make sure that everyone is safe and to capture paranormal evidence. The Old King's Head team have collected hours of creepy, unexplained footage, and they share their spookiest moments over on their YouTube channel, My Haunted Hotel. Now, the guests that come to the hotel are usually not paranormal investigators in any way.
That's the opposite
In
of
fact,
my
most of them
nighttime
have
goal,
never even
too.
encountered anything.
Typically, I like to, I don't know, relax and unwind, not lay down and expect, like, the cold hands of death around my neck.
Paranormal at all. So sometimes the visitors can be a little bit jumpy. Guest Kirsty is filled with fear when she is asked to investigate the hotel's cellar all by herself. While she's down there alone in the dark, something happens that scares the living shit out of her.
Oh, day. Oh my God.
What the fuck happens? Are the beer kegs expired? Like, what's so bad? That would make me scream. Oh, hey, I got my root beer here. I better open it up before it gets cold. Or, I mean, warm. Enjoy it while it's cold. Good old root beer. I rarely drink soda, but there's something about root beer that I think is a good treat. Good old A&W. My donuts fell over. My donuts just yeeted off the table. They're like, fuck you, Jan. You're not allowed to eat us. I will eat you. No. I just had a conversation with my donuts. Anyways.
This is the worst thing I've ever done my whole entire life.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
God. Oh.
What happened? What's going on? What's gonna happen?
Oh, is there anyone in here?
Ah!
Oh, it's the generator. It's the generator.
I'm just like, I was kind of stunned. I'm like, ah!
The eerie silence is suddenly broken by a loud roar as the hotel's generator turns on without
That's the
warning.
shit that would
Making poor
send me
Christy
running.
nearly jump right out of her skin.
That's so sad.
Even the My Haunted Hotel team jump at the sudden noise, but they quickly laugh it off when they realize that it's just their generator.
That's really funny.
But then something happens that they just can't explain.
Oh no. Oh, the little ball. Which is obviously a moth or something. Oh wait, what? What?
Whoa, what was that though?
What actually happened?
What the hell just happened? What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Something just off camera is just...
What? Just to try and explain here, the generator's just gone off in the cellar, and Kirsty's obviously crapped herself as it's happened. It got us, but something has happened here off camera that has made her now run out of the cellar. We have to radio through and make sure they're okay.
In a bizarre twist, a gigantic bang occurs on what we believe to be the cellar hatch off camera, and it is so loud it distorts the audio. To cause this loud of a bang means something must have hit the hatch with considerable force, but we find nothing that could have caused this.
Right, we're just heading in.
She's
now
like,
to
nope.
find the ghost. Girls, where are you?
Out. Yeah, the
Right, what the
ghost
hell
pushed
just
my
happened?
donuts over.
I have
The ghost got my
never going
donuts.
in a cellar ever again.
Right, so we saw the generator come
My
off.
Yeah, that
donuts.
scared me.
But what was it off
Something
camera?
just went boom.
So it was to your left. We couldn't
Yeah.
see it off camera.
Yeah, it was on this side.
What was it? Can you try and
I don't
explain
know.
what it was?
I don't know. It was like just a big massive bang, and then I ran.
So obviously the generator's not paranormal, but then the
No,
bang that
the
you
bang
heard.
was definitely something. That was nothing not like normal.
Kirsty says that right after the generator turned off, she heard another completely unexplained loud bang and just made a run for it. Now, Kirsty isn't the only guest to experience a creepy encounter with the unexplainable. On a different night, guests Janine and Lottie are investigating the hotel's most haunted room, Room 5. This room is said to be a hot spot for paranormal activity. The child ghost that roams the hotel is said to be particularly active in this room, so the space has been decorated with dolls and toys. And it seems like the two women might not be alone in there.
Hello, children. We've got a toy here. You can change the lights on it. What's that? What was that? What was that? Please tell me that was next door. I don't know if
What happened? I don't know. All right. Well, thank you for that super chat.
it's them next door or not.
Janine and Lottie hear a disturbing bang, but they are unable to locate exactly where it came
I'm
from.
tired of these,
And the
like...
doll sitting on a shelf in the corner falls to the
No!
floor.
Oh,
all
no.
on its
No
own.
dolls. Dolls are creepy. This house is, like, boring, though.
So now we cut to another night, weeks later, and the scariest moment ever captured inside the hotel occurs when a staff member is simply locking up the downstairs bar for the night, as the
I mean, I'll take it, but hey.
guests are all in their rooms.
Was that, like, a little... no.
Is that?
Watch closely as staff
I love people's I love the guy reactions so much. They're just like, especially with ghost adventurers, because they're like, dude, Feel the hair on my arm. Look how stiff it is. It's sticking up. Dude, did you hear that? Oh my god, did you see that? Dude, your face. It doesn't even look like your face. They get so excited about everything.
Member Tom, who has just locked the downstairs bar, comes to drop the keys off. And as he enters the function room, a clear baby crying is heard coming from the old brothel. This is one of the clearest pieces of DVP, direct voice phenomena, we have ever captured, and Tom is left in pure shock, as are the team.
No. His voice is so perfect. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Baby. Yeah.
It's a fucking baby. What the fuck is that?
Huh? You said yes, huh? Who said yes? Me. Did you see a baby? I did that, yeah. See a baby crying.
What the fuck is that? I'd be running. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people stay, because the moment like the anxiety hits, I would run. I would just run. I would not be a very courageous ghost hunter. Like, I would do it, but like I would have to be with a group of people, definitely. But I would have a hard time going into spaces by myself. I'd be so paranoid. Like, watching this shit on the internet is one thing, but like going out, I've been into some weird, creepy places before, especially living along the coast of California. There are some weird ass haunted places.
He's that.
The
I don't
fuck is
see a baby.
that?
Yeah. Huh?
So they all heard it.
Yes, huh? Who said yes? Did you see a baby? See a baby crying.
The guys are shocked when the eerie sound of a crying baby can be heard echoing throughout the hotel's restaurant. Now, to be clear, there were no children of any age in the entire building, and the guys find nothing. So could it be that centuries of history have left Ye Olde King's Head as a bizarre paranormal hotspot? Let me know in the comments. You can watch many more guest spooky experiences and terrifying overnight encounters over on the YouTube channel, My Haunted Hotel.
Yeah, there's a
World.
post
South
all
Haven,
this stuff.
Michigan resident Jennifer says she was at a festival when she noticed something very odd going on in the sky above her. She grabbed her phone
Is it a UFO?
and started to record.
Alright,
Is
everybody
it a
sees me
floating person?
walking. I'm walking. Look,
It's a witch!
this
Oh, I've
plane
seen this. This isn't
Is it
scary. Come on.
It's not moving.
It's just the wind. It's just the fucking
But it
way
sounds
the
like
wind.
it's moving.
Like, birds can do the same thing. Has anybody been along the beach and seen, like, buzzards, like beach buzzards? Like, where the wind current's so, like, fast, like, they just float. And then they just look around for treats on the beach. Like, that's not really. I mean, it's like peculiar, yes, but I wouldn't. This isn't scary. I'm bored already. Okay, moving on. Wind is scary.
Glitch in the Matrix? Or
No.
is there some simpler explanation?
Wind.
You tell me.
Current.
Keepers of the Old Church. Paranormal
The keepers of the church.
investigators Jeff and Phil from the YouTube channel Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigation set out to investigate rumors of an alleged.
I think of Zach from Ghost Adventures. I'm not sure if it's still true. I think he might actually live somewhere in my area.
haunted church deep in the woods of Bedham, England, the Old Mission Church. The brick and stone church was built in 1880 and served as both a school for local children and as a place for Sunday worship for the town. But years later, the small town around the church was touched by tragedy. In 1919, a devastating influenza outbreak took the lives of nearly half of the town's children and many
Jesus.
adults.
That would
The
do it.
church/school fell into a state of decay. It was eventually forced to close in 1959 as the aging structure had become hazardous and unsafe. The historic building is now in ruins, but the church grounds is said to be extremely haunted by the ghosts of long ago. Witnesses have reported hearing the unexplained voices of children, and some even claim to have seen strange shadow figures roaming inside the church.
What the fuck was that they just showed? What is that a shadow of?
Haunted by the ghosts of long ago. Witnesses have reported hearing the unexplained voices of children, and some even claim to have seen strange shadow
What is that? What the fuck is that?
figures roaming inside
Ew.
the church. As they begin, Jeff and Phil set up multiple static cameras. Now, the ghost tech guys always try to stay calm during their paranormal investigations, and after many years, Jeff and Phil aren't easily shaken. But they start to experience some highly unusual activity that even seems to make them a bit nervous.
Well, look, as I was saying, I'd asked for your name, and it may well be that you've told me your name, and I just can't hear it. You have to shout as loud as you can. Something touched my hand. Something just touched my hand.
Something just touched my hand.
Okay. Sorry. Please excuse me jumping back.
I love it. He's all apologist. Sorry, I just had a bit of a fright. Something just touched my hand.
But I felt it felt like you brushed through my hand then.
Let me introduce myself.
Shit.
My name's Jeff,
My microphone just scared me.
and my friend and colleague standing there holding a camera, his name is Phil.
My microphone gave me a fright.
So as I thought I could hear children's voices earlier, can I ask if any children can come forward, come inside the church and say hello to us, please? Now, back in the old days, when I say old days, I mean hundreds of years ago, there used to be a settlement here. And they used to cut wood.
There used to be a church. Ah!
We've been told that there was kilns here.
A church!
So it was a tiny, tiny little village. And I guess that this church was the centre of that village.
What the hell?
That was a voice, Phil. So it was a tiny, tiny little village. And I guess that this church was the centre of that village. That was a voice, Phil.
Phil says something
was a
touches his
voice.
hand, and Jeff hears the voice of a child that is captured by his EVP.
This one
Should on
also.
all of our cameras. Here
Some
is
of
the
these are
footage.
just too long. Let's see. Real ghost. Let's see. Let's watch this. Check this out. Alright, we're on a dirt road. I can see a few distorted pixels. They seem a little strange. Great, more road. Some ominous music. And some weird ass shit. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know about that.
Hey Timmy, I was wondering.
Anything, come on please, anything.
A mug.
No, I'm not being funny, people. I'm going. I'm going. Word water's just come up.
That is in the name.
As in the name.
The thing come up earlier.
I'm going.
Well, obviously he wants a cup of tea and a meal.
Yeah, but look, it's come up with chat. I'm not going to sit here having things thrown at me. If you're there, please show yourself. It's thrown at me!
Okay, because I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no. Okay.
Time to go.
Oh, hey, Cutthroat. Hey, new people that are in here. Yeah, we're just chilling and watching ghost videos. I'm trying to find, like, more exciting ones. Do. That'll make you cry. Alright, let's try these. More nukes.
Bucksgrave Road. Friends David and Dell from the YouTube channel Signs and Signals are driving down a creepy back road called Bucksgrave Road in Carlisle, South Carolina. David and Dell say that when they were kids, they witnessed some very strange things out on Bucksgrave Road, such as odd, unexplainable lights and orbs. So, while driving down the narrow dirt road shooting some B-roll for their video in the car, they experienced something absolutely unnerving.
I think that's enough B-roll then. Yeah. You don't want to waste up all the battery already. The camera's battery's gonna get is that? Deal. What the deal? I'm zooming in, I can't. Deal. What the what the are you supposed to do? Ain't nobody supposed to be out here? Oh that just walked in the woods. Where's the headlamp at?
Damn it, I'm muted. Okay, no. I was saying it's funny because, like, imagine, like, being out in the woods, having a nice, peaceful walk, and then suddenly, like, two dudes roll up in their car, and they're just like, wow, look at that. There's somebody right there with a light. There should be nobody out here. Like, that would be intimidating, right? I'd be ducking behind the bush. Like, what the fuck? Two weird-ass dudes pulling up in their car with their headlights on.
The headlamp should be right there. Like he didn't. Like he stopped. Did you turn off the light? Can you see in there? No, I can't see. I'm zoomed in. I can't hardly see. Zoom in. Don't zoom in. Don't zoom in. It ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna help. What the? What you gonna? What the f are you doing? The content play. What the f are you talking about? The content play. David, what the hell are you doing? Hello? I already tried that.
Yeah, they're not gonna answer.
I'm trying to hear.
You dumb motherfucker. He just called him a dumb motherfucker.
Okay, come on. This is some dumb This ain't even what we're supposed to be here for. Dude, I couldn't hear or see anything out there. It's so pitch black. Damn.
I'm pretty positive that was somebody out for a night hike, and they got freaked out because two weird-ass boys, like, pulled up in a car with their headlights on, and were just like, whoa! Gee, there shouldn't be anybody out here. Like, like, what does that mean? Like, are you gonna, like, kidnap me? The fuck is going on? Yeah, exactly, Cassie. Oh shit, these creepy guys in the car are coming for me. I better turn off my lamp and dive in a bush. Ah! What is that? Ah! Certainly not somebody we hired. Ah!
To this day, David and Dell say that they have no idea who or what the creepy stranger could have
What if that was somebody who was like in desperate need of help?
been.
They're like, oh my god, thank you. I was about to starve to death, and then they drive off.
And paranormal or not, they claim that they have never been so scared in all their life. So, did they encounter some creep in the remote woods? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can watch this entire video and many more spooky moments over on their YouTube channel.
The hiker's like, my ankle's broken and I'm about to starve to death.
Watch.
There's a mountain lion after me, please
Bobby
help.
are having an afternoon get-together with some friends at their home in Florida, when suddenly they spot something very odd at the neighbor's house across the road.
Comes back the other way. Why? It looks like somebody's peeking through that window, the one that's open.
Somebody's peeking through the window.
No recording?
Yes! Yes! There's nobody in that house.
I don't get it. So the house is supposed to be empty? You don't think, like, there's not a squatter in there?
There's nobody at all. Nobody.
I didn't know they could be that visible, though.
This
That's what I was saying.
A strange shadow can be seen quickly moving back and forth in Sarah's neighbor's home.
Who's doing laps in there? They're running back and forth in the house like, oh shit!
Freaking out everyone and even seeming to upset their two puppies.
There's nobody in that house. There's nobody at all.
Sarah explains
Maybe they're running around collecting their shit, like, yeah, or some paranoid stone teacher, like, shit, I'm gonna get caught.
And that the home belongs.
that's where all the kids are going to get high after school, you know. Ain't nobody that invisible.
To an older woman whose son, sadly, had passed away. Worried about the older woman's safety, Sarah calls her neighbor, but the woman says, I'm not even at home right now.
What?
So who or what could this be? I leave it up to you to decide. The ghostly guest. Over on the Japanese YouTube page Kuroshiro channel, an anonymous paranormal investigator, Shiro, who always wears a mask, sets out to investigate an allegedly haunted hotel room somewhere in Japan. The investigator says that recently a man's life was taken in an extremely violent and barbaric way in one of the hotel rooms. Since then, the room is said to be haunted. Shiro plans to spend the night to investigate. So Shiro sets up a few static cameras and a motion and voice activated toy dog.
Okay.
But during the investigation, the motion sensing toy begins to act very strangely.
See, when your entire channel is dedicated to ghost hunting and stuff, like, I really have to wonder, like, how much of that is legitimate experiences and how much of that they genuinely have to craft just to get their views back up. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they're great channels. I mean, if you're dedicated to that, do it. But, like, I'm sure I bet there's some bits here and there that are genuine, but then it's like, what about the other stuff? Like, you can't, there's a lot of stuff where it's like, come on, man. Yeah, a lot of B-roll. Like 99.9% B-roll and bullshit. I think a lot of the reason I like to watch ghost hunting shows too is there's a lot of history that you learn, genuine history, but like behind, if they go somewhere historic and stuff like that, like it's pretty interesting.
いやいやいや、それはないわ。どうした？おい、何これ壊れてんだけどマジで。待って、落ち着いて。 回電源切るか。今また電源つけました。あ、おかしいだろマジで。これやばいなマジで。ここは本当にさ。
A little shaken up, Shiro resets the toy dog and continues to investigate. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
どんってなった。ちょっと待って。
Ah! It's a door? I don't know. What happened? I am not seeing it.
さっきより開いてない。
I must be blind. I am not seeing jack shit.
この音だった。うわ。
What the hell are we looking for? What happened? Uh-oh. Why do they always put music over it? I don't know.
もう影見えた。映ったかな。
The background music, like the accompaniment, always makes it like more intense. But why would you do that? Like, why would you need that if you're already showing like footage like this? Wouldn't you want it by itself without the music? Well.
From the corner of his eye, Shiro sees the hallway door slowly open by itself. But when he goes to check, there's no one there. When he turns back toward the hallway, a frightening dark figure can be seen standing right in front of him. Shiro recoils in shock, tripping over his own feet. He quickly grabs his camera and gets back up, but the figure
It's not dramatic enough without
has
music.
just disappeared.
I guess not.
Shiro believes that he might have captured the angry spirit of
Нет, опять убери надолго.
Если я куплю, солю,
Он двигается. Санька?
Саживайся, дорогой.
Может быть, это игра цвета. Сейчас может просто все решится. Давай, убирай. Нихуя нет.
Смотри, еще раз надо.
Убирай теперь. Ничего
So
нет.
it's a shadow?
Астафрулlah.
Бля, вот ты,
I
конечно,
skipped ahead to the next thing. It's just another abandoned place. I don't know.
Он вот тут же был.
A dark shape-shifting figure can be seen in an upstairs window. But what makes this footage so creepy is that the apparition only appears when they turn away their flashlight. When the group heads inside and upstairs to investigate,
That's weird.
they find nothing there. The guys seem skeptical and just kinda laugh off the creepy experience, even though they can't explain it. But who or what is this? Let me know what you think. The Cumberland Gap Inn. The historic Cumberland Gap Inn in Tennessee is said to be extremely haunted.
Oh, Tennessee. Yeah, well, anything in Tennessee, I'm sure, is extremely haunted.
With hotel guests reporting many strange and unexplainable experiences. Lonnie and Neil from the Paranormal Investigation team, Tri-State Paranormal Investigators, decide to spend the night in one of the inn's most haunted rooms in the hopes of capturing anything supernatural. And
like
they
a
do.
dangerous lamp.
Shortly after setting up 2 static cameras, they capture something on video that is right out of a horror movie.
Ew. It's total ghost. That's like total ghost booty dropping on the bed. Ghost booty dropping on the bed. It's like, hey, testing the buoyancy of this spring mattress.
Wake up.
Don't mind me.
Wake up.
Seemed like the bed moved again.
Change the water to turn off it, turn off.
Something invisible seems to sit down on the edge of the bed right in front of Neil. Shocked by what he just witnessed, he calls out to his team member who quickly joins him. Now, after several attempts at trying to debunk what they've captured, Neil and Lonnie have no idea how the mattress could have sunk down in such a way, especially since it would require a great deal of force on the bed. So could this be paranormal evidence that the Cumberland Gap Inn is haunted? You decide. Guardian Angel. Only a few months ago, TikTok user Tana Witt went through a devastating tragedy when her brother suddenly and without warning passed away. Tana's brother was incredibly close to her family, including her 2-year-old daughter, Evelyn. One night, Tana and her daughter are home alone when
No, more kid stuff. The kid stuff creeps me out. It legit creeps me out.
something happens that shocks Tana to her core.
What? What? No. That's too sad.
Who are you talking to?
No, that's too sad.
Speaking with her deceased brother, and that Evelyn is being looked after by her loving uncle from the other side. The Tainted Temple. Popular urban explorer
Excuse me? The Taint Temple? Did I hear that right? No, I did. I'm just joking with you.
from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill sets out to explore the abandoned Masonic temple in Cleveland, Ohio. The temple was built
Oh, great. The Masons.
in 1916 by Freemasons, a secret society that is shrouded in mystery.
You know that every weird-ass Masonic temple building headquarters is haunted. There's at least one ghost in each one.
Freemason members have included politicians, scientists, writers, and many of the world's cultural elite.
Guaranteed.
Throughout the many years, it has been said that the
I'm
Freemasons
just
hold
saying.
secret meetings and perform strange cryptic rituals. Some have even made wild claims that certain Masonic rites and ceremonies include a sacrifice. The Cleveland Masonic Temple shut down in 1969 and has been left to rot for over 50 years. Chris attempts to record and capture the architectural beauty found inside the building before it's gone forever. But he quickly realizes that he might have made a terrible mistake.
I would not go in a building alone.
Something touched me, I swear to God. I swear to God, I feel like something just touched my back. I don't know if it was my book bag flopped on my back or what.
There were times where, because growing up, my father did sit on the, what did you call it? I'm drawing a blank. Because you have your 3 top church leaders, and he was like the second counselor, but anyways, did have access to the church. But there were times growing up where I was in our church, and I grew up Mormon, so we were in our church just to like grab something, records or something, like get into the office, or like our family even contributed to like cleaning up the temple or just running late night activities and cleaning up, locking up. So sometimes I would be in that church and everybody would be like in one little room of the church or something, or like in the one tiny little kitchen. And then I would go out and it would be like nighttime and there would be nobody else throughout the church, and I'd like walk through, and there was something about it that was really creepy. I don't know why, but when it was empty and dark, it was really creepy. Even in the main like chapel area with all the pews, I'm just like, it was like super pitch black, and it was just really weird.
That scared the out of me, I swear to God. And there's no water drips. Yo, that scared the out of me. Okay, let me calm down.
Chris says he feels like something is touching his back, but there's nothing there. After collecting himself, he continues to scout through the abandoned building. And this is when things get weird.
Door just closed.
In the women's bathroom. Stay out!
What the Hell no.
Was that like a gun sound? Did he just bring a... What the fuck? What are you gonna do?
Did you see it? Right before the door slams shut, a creepy face can be seen quickly moving back behind the door. But when Chris opens it, it's clear that there would have been no room for anyone to stand there behind the door. And the room is empty. Chris is shook, but he continues on. Later, just before he leaves to go home, Chris goes back to check the mysterious door one last time. And he captures something truly bizarre.
I do not remember closing this door. Hold up. It's when I left this. Did I close this door? I cannot remember. See, this is getting creepy, man. For real. I can't even open the door. What the hell? Hello? This is really weird. It's closed again. Maybe it is the wind. Closing it.
Right after Chris says hello, a faint voice can be heard saying yes.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
So just what do you think is going
Right, damn, were you ghost born in a barn? Slam. Oh, jeez. Cutthroat, I'm a master mason. Yes, I know. So you know that your place has a designated ghost.
going on at the abandoned Masonic temple? And is it possible that strange Masonic rituals led to the lingering supernatural activity? You can watch this entire exploration and decide for yourself Over on Chris's YouTube
I hope you know I'm joking, by the way.
channel, Urbex Hill. Keep a knocking. TikTok user Maru75 from Germany claims that one night he heard some very odd sounds coming from his living room. When he goes to check it out, things take a terrifying turn.
Again with the intense music. It's like, do we need that, or can we listen to like the bare bones thing? There's like too much sensationalism with it. Ooh, that was creepy. I don't want to see no people behind me. And now the door's open.
Knocking from the glass back door, but as he looks, he spots some dark figure moving behind him in the reflection. He spins around, but there's no one there. He turns back toward the door, and the figure is gone, and the door has mysteriously opened by itself. So, is it real? Or is it just very clever video editing?
I mean, that would be pretty easy to edit. All you have to do is 2 quick takes. So you have your take where the person is walking behind you, and then you just twist your waist, and then you go back, and then just have them, like, not there. And as you go back, you have, like, your scene where your door's open. That's actually pretty easy to edit. I should make some, like, cool ghost videos. I used to make really cool, like, black and white, like, avant-garde sort of... It's hard to describe. Just, like, very experimental videos that were just very bizarre, very odd, very haunting. I kind of miss that era of art that I did. I've explored, like, other areas of art and found a love of that, but who knows? Who knows what the future holds with my artistic endeavors? What I will make, what I won't make. It's a mystery. It's an adventure.
As always, I leave that up to you to decide. Three's a crowd. Now, this next creepy occurrence was captured by 3 different paranormal investigators on the exact same night. John from the YouTube channel Exploration Unknown, Tim from the YouTube channel Breaking the Shell, and Josh from the channel Southern Afterlife. The 3 guys are all investigating an abandoned farmhouse in Kodak, Tennessee, called the Kelly House. The house is now part of a large wooded area designated as a bird sanctuary, but that wasn't always the case. The Kelly House was built sometime in the late 1800s and bought by the Kelly family in 1917. Now, honestly, not much is known about the history of the house, but many visitors claim to have heard strange unexplained footsteps and voices inside the home. Some have seen eerie shadow figures, and scariest of all, multiple people claim to have seen the eerie apparition of an old farmer wandering the property.
Jesus, not
so
a farmer.
The 3 ghost hunters decide to spend the night in the old abandoned Kelly house to see if the spooky stories are true. All 3 of the ghost hunters are recording, all at the same time.
Now Josh hasn't been here, so he's going to go in first this time. Look, guys, you're watching yourselves.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow.
Not long into their investigation, all 3 guys are recording when John captures something downright chilling.
Alright guys, so I got the REM pod set up. So if anything comes near that, it'll go off. And this is the new box. You probably saw it in the last video. I don't have a name for it, but it combines an EM pump, ambient temperature readout, and it also acts as an echo box. So if you can come up with a cool name, drop that in the comments. But we'll be using that later.
What he said.
Pretty cool.
Okay, guys. They're setting that up. But I'm
Can't wait to see what this house has to
you can
say.
see the little planet. They get Saturn. It's next to it. It's bright. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh, somebody's coming out. No, it's Tim.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you ruined my moon shot, bro.
Oh, man.
I already got it.
You get that moon bow?
It's beautiful, man.
Oh, great.
All right, guys.
How long are they going to drag this one out?
K2 meter over here in this window.
Forever.
We're getting things set up. Alright. And then in here...
I wouldn't be worried about hauntings in places like these so much as I would be worried about hantavirus. If you know what I mean. With all the rodentia.
We got Josh on the porch.
Now all 3 investigators can be seen on video at this time. Josh is on the porch, Tim is outside in the field, and John is strolling through the house. No one else is there with them, but John accidentally captures an unknown 4th figure. Someone or something walking on the landing up on the 2nd floor. Now, John didn't even notice this bizarre shape at the time. He only saw it later when he watched his footage back for editing. But that's not all. Because while Tim is outside in the field looking at the house from far away, he too captures something on the 2nd floor.
Now let's go in.
Tim also sees a dark shape that appears to be wandering the 2nd floor. Josh, who's outside on the porch, eventually decides to go back inside after hearing some strange noises. And he also captures, well, just watch closely.
There's none out here. Tim's out there.
Well, what was that? You didn't see that?
There's nobody out here. Except for
You
Tim.
didn't see that light?
He's
there?
down at the end of the
You
yard.
didn't see that?
There's nobody out there, man.
I hate those boxes. Those kinds of boxes like creep me out the most. The ghost boxes where it's just like a radio station that's on continuous loop. But then every once in a while it peeks out and like just says a word. So you can just like take 50 different radio stations that each say like one word and like put together a sentence, but it's just randomly selected. So it's like, how does that work out? It's such a weird, curious thing. And I don't really like those. I don't like that static sound. It's so unnerving.
No.
Except for Tim out there.
Where's he at?
He's out the corner of the yard.
Oh yeah, I saw his light out there a while ago.
Did you see it? At the top of the staircase in a room to the left, again something dark appears to be watching and then slowly ducks out of sight. With 3 separate and distinct captures of a shadow figure and all 3 investigators accounted for on camera, could it be that the historic Kelly house is haunted? As always, I leave that up to you to decide. You can watch all 3 investigations on the YouTube channels Exploration Unknown, Breaking the Shell, and Southern Afterlife. Night at the Museum. Nate Ratterman and his wife Kaylee own and manage what has been voted one of the most haunted museums in...
Let's see. We'll watch a bit. Let's see, where are we at? How are we
Turn
all
off
doing?
the lights and go full screen, because it's
Yeah,
the
we'll
top
watch a little
20
bit more.
scariest ghost videos of the year. The Highway 5
So let's, for those of you who are part of my Patreon and have access to the Discord server, you can absolutely send me links. I've created a new page specifically for links that I can access during streams and stuff. In fact, let me pop that up, see what's going on in there. Links to share, links room. Yeah, there's a lot of like cool stuff in here, so we can like put tons of stuff up for vote to like view on Fridays, and we can even do extra streams during the month. Especially now that we've accomplished a goal. I mean, like, I'm all down for doing extra stuff just for the hell of it. That's how you get your EVP though, Jan. I should just sit here. We should just sit here and do EVP. See if my place is haunted. summon Satan, you know. Just girly things.
Ghost Girl. This next video, posted to Reddit by user Lil Goth Doll, was recorded from a monitor, then screen capped on a phone before it finally made its way to the internet. So it's a bit potato quality. Nevertheless, the video is chilling.
Potato quality?
It was pulled
What do
from
you
the dashcam feed of two truck drivers after a very frightening incident. So, one night 2 truckers are driving on Highway 5 in Lynn, Alabama, when they get the scare of a lifetime.
Oh, holy crap.
The panic-stricken truck drivers pull over and call 911.
Yeah,
But when they
is
check
that
the
person
highway and the
okay?
surrounding area along with arriving police, they don't find anything. There's just no one there. After the truck drivers request a viewing of the footage recorded that night on Highway 5, they are shocked. Just like they thought, there is in fact a girl in a long dress walking across the road, seemingly getting hit by their truck. They later find out that there's a well-known ghost story associated with this road, Highway 5 in Lynn, Alabama. The story goes that 10 years ago on a rainy night, a teenage girl on her way home from her high school prom lost her life on the road after being hit by an 18-wheeler truck.
Oh, really? So
Over
now
the
she
years,
just
many
naturally
truck
appears
drivers
by
claim
every
that they have
18-wheeler,
witnessed a
scaring
girl
the shit
wearing
out
a
of them.
prom dress on Highway 5.
But she had like a
So could it be
backpack
that these
too.
truck
It
drivers
looks like she has
captured
a
the prom
backpack.
dress ghost of Highway 5?
I don't know.
Their reactions
That's weird.
certainly look convincing. But as always, you decide.
Yeah, she's got like a bag on her back. Straight up.
The Haunted Hill House. The Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas is said to be one of the most haunted locations in the U.S. With an over 125-year dark and troubling past, that doesn't come as much of a surprise. The home was once a haven for illegal activity. It served as a gambling hall, a bootlegging operation, and even a brothel. It also served as a makeshift hospital for over 50 years. It is said that the Haunted Hill House is inhabited by the ghosts of at least 9 people who lost their lives there. The Hill House can be rented out for ghost tours and investigations by interested groups and curiosity seekers. So one night in late September, a group of friends and family rented the Hill House just to have a little fun. None of the group were quote-unquote paranormal investigators. In fact, many of them were doubters who just wanted to prove that the so-called Haunted Hill House wasn't actually haunted at all. But that's not exactly how things went down. The house is said to be haunted by one particularly violent spirit that the house's owners refer to as Dr. Yeager. One of the visitors, Victoria, lays down on the bed in one of the rooms and jokingly starts taunting Dr. Yeager.
Don't do that. Don't do things like that. Just leave it be. Don't taunt things.
It did not go well.
As you can see, she was yanked off the bed. This was not a fall. And then they ran out. We're going to rewind that and we're going to show you in
She
regular
was straight up yeeted. Just gank.
Something seems to violently yank Victoria right off the bed as her friends look on in terror. The house has a static black and white security camera in every room, and it catches the action as Victoria is pulled off the bed
that's
and
pretty
the group
fucking
makes a
weird.
run for it. One of the guys
That's not
is so
nice.
shook, he even drops his phone and just leaves it on the floor behind him.
That's fine, you can
Now,
have it.
Cut to almost 1 hour later, around 3 a.m. A guy named Drew wants to test this alleged paranormal activity for himself. So he enters the same bedroom and immediately begins taunting the ghost of, quote, Dr. Yeager. He says that the spirit is a coward, and that if he really wants to attack someone, why doesn't he try attacking a man instead?
You gotta get that big dick energy out there. You gotta just, put your balls on the ghost's face and see what happens.
Get the guy in the white hat right here, guys. Follow him.
Before I can even finish my sentence, In the air.
Alright, we're gonna pull it back. Did you see he got pushed?
Jesus.
So, Drew got his wish. He is violently shoved by something, and then he almost knocks down his two friends while making a mad dash from the room. It should be noted here that Drew has gone on record as saying that he will never set foot inside the haunted Hill House ever again. But it gets even weirder. After Drew is pushed and he and his friends run from the room, something seems to yank the door shut behind them. If you watch closely, you can actually see the doorknob move as if it's being pulled. So is the haunted Hill House one of the most haunted places on Earth? Would you go into that room and taunt the spirit of...
I'd say that ghost is pretty fucking irritated and wants to be left the fuck alone, maybe.
Dr. Yeager? Let me know down in the comments.
Dr. Yeager's had enough shit.
On Earth. Popular Japanese YouTube channel Fourth Wall claims that they have been sent video footage of a family visiting Tokyo Disneyland. Since there are very strict privacy laws in Japan, the footage has been blurred to protect identities. Now, allegedly the family's daughter is too scared to ever return to the Disney park after this incident. This is the footage.
That's a creepy looking... What is happening? Why does this weird me out?
Did you see it?
No. What the fuck am I looking at?
The recorder is walking on the second floor of what appears to be the Disneyland Hotel lobby. They pan to the right, and what appears to be the pale, translucent figure of a little girl can be seen right in front of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that unless you pointed it out.
They don't see it. They didn't even discover the figure until after their trip while they were looking through their footage. So is it a ghost caught on camera?
I don't know.
Or
clever
is it
lighting.
just an elaborate hoax? You
Elaborate
decide.
hoax.
The Screaming Ghost. Paranormal investigator Ross Allison has been heading up a ghost hunting team in the Pacific Northwest called A Ghost for nearly 20 years. After one of their investigations, a female team member believes that she was followed home by an unhappy spirit who attached itself to her. Afterwards, she says that every time she records her voice, unexplained horrific screams and growls appear on her recordings. In this clip, to prove her claim, she records herself in full view of a camera in a room full of people, which would make faking the recording nearly impossible.
Hi, it's me again. Obviously.
Who else?
No one can understand why.
Who the fuck
to
else?
Scream, and neither can I.
Excuse
Why
me.
do you follow me everywhere? I know you need my help, but I can't understand you. Please.
You're at a 10. Could you bring it down to a 2? Because I'm getting a little fucking migraine that 2 Tylenol aren't fixing. Please, Screaming Ghost. This lady just looks like she has had enough.
Can you just try to not scream?
Is she talking to a ghost or a child?
Can you try to tell me your name? Or what you'd like for us to call you?
Or just shut up.
I have friends with me. They understand things in the spirit world. We all want to try to help. I know you came with me from Rolling Hills, and I told you you would never have to go back there. But now I'm thinking you need to go someplace else. I'm going to turn it off now. Okay, let's see what we've got.
That's annoying.
Just as she claims, some terrifying voice seems to appear near the end of the recording, even though nothing could be seen or heard by live witnesses or in the video. Through the looking glass.
That's just, yeah, she
In
just
this
looks
classic
run down.
internet ghost
Please
video,
stop
a man in
screaming.
South Yorkshire, England, claims that his house is haunted by the ghost of a young boy. One day he hears strange sounds coming from one of the rooms and begins filming.
Stay out of my stash.
Show yourself. Come. Pull another one out. Pull another one out. Pull another one out. I hope.
Yee.
Okay, now.
You sure it's not
Drawer
just the
opens on
wind?
its own, and the heavy mattress falls over.
You sure they're not both just the
gets
wind? I
even
mean,
stranger.
that happens all the
When the man
time.
is panning around the room, this.
The wind that just blows drawers open. What did I see? What are we seeing? I don't know what we're seeing.
Did you see it?
No!
The shape of something that looks like a small boy seems to be peering back.
We rely on you to tell us what we're seeing.
At him in the mirror. And when he pans the camera
I would not see that. I see that as a gray blob.
back, the shape in the mirror has vanished. So is this a ghost caught on camera? Or just an elaborate hoax?
I don't know.
You decide.
That
The
I
passenger.
don't know what I'm
This
seeing
next
there.
killing CCTV video was allegedly shared to the public. The shape of
See, that just looks like a blob to me. So here's his pants. That's a shirt. And then here's this, like, I mean, I guess that's like kind of a weird head and shoulders, but like
something that looks like a small boy.
Does it though? Does it look like a small boy though? It's a shape of a thing that looks like a thing!
Seems to be peering back at him in the mirror. And when he pans the camera back, the shape in the mirror has vanished. So is this a ghost caught on camera? Or just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The passenger. This next chilling CCTV video was allegedly shared to the public by an anonymous taxi driver in Japan. He says that a little after 1 a.m. he saw a woman on the street raise her hand to hail his taxi. He pulls over and stops. But what happens next is truly bizarre.
That's messed up. That's actually messed up.
The taxi driver remotely opens the door in the back with a switch, expecting the woman to step inside the vehicle. But when he looks again, there's no one there. So the confused driver simply closes the door and drives away. But just a few minutes.
There was, yeah, there's something, there was a lot of accounts of that, was it Fukushima? And then just like a lot of the tsunami that happened there. Like there was a lot of incidences where taxis would have the backs of their doors just open and close like somebody got in there. Yes, Cassie brought that up. Yeah, see? Watching some years ago about tsunami triggering lots of those ghost sightings, like just as if like all these people were just trying to go to work like as they regularly did. And some taxi people would even have conversations and everything, and then it came time to be like, all right, can you pay me the money, and then drop them off, and it's like nobody's there, and it's like, what the fuck? I just totally drove somebody.
Later, he drives through a tunnel on the road.
Spooky paranormal stuff.
Without him knowing, his drive recorder captures something absolutely terrifying.
See, I don't know what to make of this. I mean, there was lots of accounts of it, but I don't know if this is just an artistic depiction of one of those experiences, but very good if it is. That's really creepy.
The extremely disturbing figure of a woman can be seen appearing in the backseat of his car. Not once, but twice. She appears distorted with a swollen face, one creepy eye open, and one closed.
No, that's creepy.
He had no idea what was happening.
No,
so
make it
close
go
behind him.
away. I
He
don't
says
like
that he
creepy
felt a
faces
disturbing
like
chill
that.
at the time, but he didn't see or hear anything unusual. The driver believes this to be the manifestation of a spirit of the victim of a traffic accident on this road.
Damn.
Forever lost on the streets of Japan.
No, that's
trying to get a
creepy.
ride
Take it away.
back home. The St. Charles Hotel. On the YouTube ghost hunting channel The Haunted Side, lead investigator Patrick and his cameraman Jason are investigating the supposedly very haunted St. Charles Hotel in Carson City, Nevada. The hotel has been in continuous operation for over 150 years, so obviously it's had its fair share of tragic events occurring inside its walls. Almost immediately, the Haunted Side guys begin to experience unexplained activity.
And we're going back in. I don't even see anything in here that's metal. No, there's no debris. Nothing changed.
Patrick and Jason head to the hotel's most haunted rooms to continue their investigation.
So we're standing out front of room 305 and 304. Which should we go first? 304? 304. And again, this is the floor where there's a lady from the 1800s that is seen around here a lot. So let's go see if we can talk to her.
And now, this is when things get truly bizarre.
Do you have something you want to say? Come and talk to us.
Floor is super creaky.
Yeah. That was weird.
What?
Is that you? I felt like a little touch, or like a little pressure.
Now, this clip might not seem that
That's
compelling.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I just felt a little touch right here on my little hippie hip. It's like, so really? That's all you got for us?
But right after Patrick is touched, watch what their night vision camera catches.
That was weird. Is that you?
Did you see it? Now, this chilling
Interesting.
capture of a pale apparition might be a bit hard to see on a darker phone screen or a
Are
monitor.
you sure it's not his breath?
So
How cold
I've
is
enhanced
it?
the video just a bit. But note, nothing was added to the Haunted Side's original video. It has only been adjusted to highlight what was already there.
Really?
Is that you?
Next, Patrick and Jason move to room 305, a room which is also said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity. They capture
And a hotbed of fucking germs. Jesus Lord. What kind of fucking shit is this?
creepy figure seems to just be standing idly in the corner with its head down. When they leave the room, it seems to raise its head and disappear into the bathroom. So did the haunted side catch a ghostly apparition in 2 separate rooms at the St. Charles Hotel? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. You can watch the haunted side's complete uncut investigation.
Yeah, but the bathroom is like crappy. Come on.
Next, Patrick and Jason move to room 305, a room which is also said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity.
Yeah, and a hotbed of yellow fucking nasty gross ass stains. Look at that shit. I'd be more like scared about the fucking cleanliness of the bathroom than I would
They
be a
capture
bathroom
some
ghost.
very odd temperature fluctuations in the room.
Very odd temperature fluctuation.
Another creepy doll video
No
sent in by
creepy
TikTok
dolls.
user Liliana Castillo. In the video, her daughter Golly can be seen playing with her doll. Everything
Oh, I
is
think I've
fine
seen this
until
one
she
before.
seems to hear something odd that catches her attention.
And Kaliana, how was this video to you? Good? Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Kaliana. You are a good sport. So, Kaliana, what?
Oh my god. That's a pretty, yeah, that's a pretty scared kid
Closely right at the corner of
reaction.
the screen. Right when Golly
That's a very panicky, like, Mom.
appears to hear
I would drop it, I don't know.
something to her left, the doll turns its head to look at her.
No,
Horrified, Golly
that's
runs to her mom to tell her what
frightening.
happened. The doll has since
Alright, it's going outside. Anything haunted, any haunted toys, okay. Me, as like a dad, as a parent, I'd be like, it's going out in the trash. Like, it moved its head. It's like, going in the trash. Going out in the trash. This thing turned on by itself and it has no batteries in it. Trash. Outside. The furniture scooting all across the floor. Outside. Just all of it out. Just, yeah, no, just, it's just going outside. We're not dealing with that.
it's been thrown out in the trash.
Yes!
Something
Yes!
wicked.
Yes, it's been
Popular
thrown out in the
Japanese
trash.
ghost
Fuck yeah.
hunters Gachan,
Child. Oh my god, the doll has moved its head. Trash. It's going in the trash.
Yasuke and Daichan from the YouTube channel Clip Store travel to what is known to be an extremely haunted location in Hiroshima Prefecture.
Let's see. No. Let's move on. Let's see. What are we doing here? We're gonna watch just maybe the last end of this. And then we shall call it a night. What is going on? Oh, yeah. Here, let's check this out. This is actually not too long. We'll finish off with this. So this is shared by Laura. Laura, This is for you and your birthday. We'll check this video out right now. It's about the weird story of The Conjuring. I've seen all of that. That shit actually scares the shit out of me. All that, like, Annabelle stuff.
Lots of horror films say they're based on a true story to get in an extra scare. But those claims rarely add up to anything more than a disclaimer on a movie poster. One family, however, claimed that in the 1970s, they lived the tale told in James Wan's 2013 film, The Conjuring. Family members were thrown out of their beds, kissed by ghosts in the night, and
I don't want to be smooched by a ghost at night. Oh my god. Keep your hand off my keep your hand off my ass and your lips off my lips. Ghost. Hell no. No means no.
preyed upon by the spirit of a witch. So, today we're going to take a deep dive into how the true story behind The Conjuring is even creepier than the movie.
Even creepier than the movie. Be sure to subscribe.
In 1971, Roger and Carolyn Perrin, along with their 5 daughters, April, Cindy, Christine, Nancy, and...
The music is way too much. My god.
Andrea moved into their new house, located in Harrisville, Rhode Island. If you've seen The Conjuring, you already have an idea of where this is going. But the most curious thing that happened to them didn't have anything to do with ghosts. Rather, it was a piece of advice given to them by their neighbors. For the sake of your family, leave the lights on at night.
For the sake of your family, leave the lights on at night? Okay, if you have to sleep with the lights on, like you're not comfortable sleeping with the lights off, it's time to move.
It wasn't long after receiving that fateful piece of advice that the Perrins encountered their first paranormal entity. As with all hauntings and long-term paranormal experiences, the terrifying events of the real-life conjuring began as strange occurrences that barely registered as paranormal activity. Things moved. There were weird noises. It was nothing out of the ordinary for an old house. According to Cynthia Perrin, there were a lot of small things.
For the sake of your electric bill, it's time to go. Good one, Mark. Like, you have to leave your lights on, like, all the time. Like, what's happening?
Happening that no one talked about until it was too late. Unfortunately, the serenity of a banal haunting wouldn't last for long. After moving into their dream home, the parents almost immediately realized that they were living with what they believed to have been an entire set of ghost roommates. At the onset of the haunting,
Ghost
the parent
roommates?
felt that
Oh my god. Are they paying rent? Are they doing the dishes? Because if they aren't, that truly is frightening.
most of the entities that walked their halls were benevolent, if not benign. The children even claimed that the initial entities occasionally acted as babysitters. Some nights, the ghosts would even tuck them in and kiss their foreheads. Both Cynthia and Andrea Perrin remember the ghost who tucked them in. They even remember the way she smelled.
Nope. Outside. Now your beds are going outside. No more sleep.
According to Cynthia, when they first moved into the house, for the first 2 months, there was a ghost woman that came and kissed her every night on the forehead. At first, she thought it was her mother, but something was off. As her sister Andrea put it, Mom smelled like ivory soap, and this spirit smelled like flowers and fruit. After learning to live with their friendly ghost...
Wait a minute. This isn't cheap Irish Spring.
The Perrin family made a go of it on their new farm. However, it didn't take long for more malevolent forces to begin creeping into their little slice of a somewhat spooky heaven. The Perrin girls claimed that they were attacked in the barn by unseen entities, and that on one evening, a series of voices began to speak to them about the bodies in their walls. Andrea claims that her sister Cindy...
Bodies in the walls? That's not good. Was the house built on an Indian reservation? Or like a Indian, what's it? Like a Native American, grave? Because that's never good.
He climbed into bed with her one night to tell her about the harrowing news a disembodied voice had delivered. According to Cindy, The ghost told her there are 7 dead soldiers buried in the wall. While the girls were dealing with something reaching out to them from beyond the grave, a different series of events began that
Native American burial ground. Never good.
foreshadowed
Always bad. Always bad.
the terror to come. They claimed that at 5:15 in the morning, the smell of rotting flesh would waft through the house, tossing everyone out of bed one by one. Andrea claims that around...
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. The house they show right here has 2, like, Ouija boards right here. And what is this doll right here up in this clock? You don't have enough here? What the fuck is... This is a creepy house. I mean, I know they're just showing a random picture. So it's like, what the... This is bad. This is bad juju.
smell of rotting flesh would waft through the house, tossing everyone out of bed one by one. Andrea claims that around this time, that the girls were visited by a male ghost that tortured them so badly that she refuses to give any concrete details. Let's just say there was a very bad male spirit in the home, with 5 little girls.
Yeah, so we can put that together.
Given the implication, you'd think the family would pack up and leave at that very moment.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't have anywhere else to go. But astonishingly, they decided to stick it out. While the entire Perrin family had paranormal encounters throughout their time living in the house, Carolyn Perrin, the matriarch of the family, seems to have been the most sensitive to the spirits inhabiting the home. In an interview with the Providence Journal, she claimed that she knew something was wrong when a woman in gray appeared next to her bed moaning, "Get out, get out. I'll drive you out with death and gloom." That's enough.
I mean, you can't get any more clear than that. Usually ghosts are pretty cryptic. That's pretty damn clear. That's pretty on the money. That's a very vehement, you know?
Not too subtle hint. Maybe they should take it. I would. The woman in the gray dress could have been the ghost of a woman named Bathsheba Thayer, who is the witch believed to have done most of the harm.
What the hell? Bathsheba what? Bathsheba Thayer? Bathsheba Thayer? Wow. That's pretty badass, actually.
Thayer, who is the witch believed to have done most of the haunting in this case. That being said, she could have also been a poltergeist created as a portent of things to come, or one of the many ghosts who dwelled within the home. Ghostbusters notwithstanding, this isn't exactly a science. Andrea Perrin, the eldest daughter, later said, whoever the spirit was, she perceived herself to be mistress of the house, and she resented the competition my mother posed for that position. Again, you'd think the whole death and gloom thing would send the family running. But like a good horror film, the answer would be no. The Perrins allege that Bathsheba Thayer's attacks began as harmless poltergeist activity. They were pinched, poked, and prodded by a seemingly invisible force. But then, things escalated. The Perrins believe Thayer wanted them to leave. Pretty obvious. Remember the get out thing? They also think Thayer tried to get what she wanted by torturing Carolyn. When physically assaulting Carolyn didn't work, the parents claimed that Thayer inhabited Carolyn's body to better horrify them. That sounds like an effective strategy. Possessing Carolyn gave Thayer the power to cause the mother and her family intense bodily harm, and it left Carolyn feeling weak and emotionally drained. One of the strangest parts of this story isn't the gray witch that haunted the family, or the broom ghost that was known to sweep up the kitchen whenever no one was around. It's...
Well, that's nice. At least there's one ghost doing something useful in there, sweeping things up. Why can't I just have like that kind of ghost? Like nothing else, nothing creepy. You just wake up and you're like, my kitchen floor is freshly swept and mopped. It's fantastic. Oh, I know. It's called a Roomba.
how the story came to the attention of Ed and Lorraine Warren, the paranormal investigators who helped turn the Amityville haunting into a household name. Most accounts of the subject claim that the family reached out.
Can I get a dishes ghost? That would be fucking sweet. Just a ghost that has to, like, do the dishes.
Out to the...
It's like, fuck this shit. You just hear clinking at night. Maybe it's a bit annoying, whatever. But then you wake up and there's just like, everything's clean.
Warrens. But according to Andrea Perrin, a family friend went to see the Warrens while they were giving a talk in Putnam, Connecticut. Cynthia Perrin backs up.
Cassie's like, if I ever get a Roomba, I'm gonna name it Bathsheba. Bathsheba the Roomba.
This claim, saying in an interview that a family friend named Barbara went to the Warrens' lecture and then told the family about the couple. After Carolyn allegedly
didn't
became
actually
possessed
fix
with the
anything.
spirit of Thayer, the Perrins got in touch with Ed and Lorraine Warren. The couple came to investigate, and Lorraine Warren claimed that she sensed a dark presence in the house from moment one. According to the Perrins, the Warrens cleansed the home and conducted a seance with Carolyn in the family's basement. Unfortunately, the seance did not go as planned and made things much worse. The Warrens visited the Perrin family intermittently over the course of the next decade, but they were never able to fix anything. Lorraine never publicly
Interesting.
discussed what happened during the seance, but she does claim what happened in the basement disturbed her to the core. Andrea Perrin corroborates Lorraine's story. She claims that she snuck into the basement to see the seance firsthand and was never able to look at her mother the same way again. According to Andrea, her mother began to speak a language not of this world in a voice not of her own. Her chair levitated, and she was thrown across the room. So, 8-year-old spoiler alert, if you saw the Conjuring movie, then you probably remember a series of escalating games of hide and clap, where one person is blindfolded while the rest of the girls playing run off to hide. In these scenes, the mother is consistently taunted by a pair of ghostly clapping hands belonging to Bathsheba Thayer. The hide and clap scenes are super spooky, but it turns out that the real story is much more harrowing. Cynthia Perrin claims that one day while the girls were playing hide and seek on the farm, she hid in a pine box without any kind of lock, latch, or ventilation. After no one came to find her, Cynthia decided to find a new hiding place. She later told an interviewer that when she tried to get out, the box wouldn't open. She started to panic and began pushing at the lid. She kicked and screamed, but no one heard her. Luckily, 20 minutes later, her sister Nancy came along and simply opened the box for her. Paranormal or crappy old box? We'll let you decide.
A crappy old box. I like the crappy old box thing.
According to the Perrin family, they're still being haunted by Bathsheba Thayer. During the filming of The Conjuring, the entire family was invited to the set. Initially, they were all going to go, but at the last minute, Carolyn got cold feet and changed her mind. She claimed that she didn't want to make the trip, but it's also not hard to imagine there was some trepidation on her part to dig up the past. Andrea Perrin claims that while the family was being interviewed, a rogue wind swept them over, knocking down cameras, lights, and anything that surrounded them. Meteorology notwithstanding, they all agreed it was Bathsheba's curse. When they returned to their hotels that evening, the kids learned their mother had fallen and broken her hip at the exact time that the eerie wind swept over them. When the family made it to their mother's hospital room, they claimed that she sat up and said, Bathsheba's curse. She does not want to be exposed. According to Andrea Perrin, everyone who has lived in the house that we know of has experienced the...
So what, did they just get, like, the information about Bathsheba and just were so weirded out, like, that anything that happened in the home, they just, like, constantly associated with that, therefore just kind of, like, building up their own psychosis? Not to be an ass here, but just, like, sometimes people, like, accentuate things sometimes.
haunting. Some have left screaming and running for their lives. She claims the man they sold it to started a restoration project, but left screaming without his car, without his tools, and without his clothing. However, according to the current owner, Norma Sutcliffe, the house isn't as haunted as you might have heard. Sutcliffe only claims to have seen and heard people talking in other rooms, footsteps when no one is home, and a strange blue light shooting around a room. Yeah, Norma, that's still not normal. Get out. After The Conjuring was released, Sutcliffe became
Well,
so
it's still
unhappy
tolerable.
with all the attention surrounding her home, she attempted to disprove the Perrin family's story. The demonic antagonist of The Conjuring is a witch named Bathsheba Thayer, born Bathsheba Sherman. The Perrin family claims the spirit of this woman haunted them for nearly a decade, possessed their mother, and even followed them onto the set of a film. But was Thayer really a witch? Or is she just the victim of bad press? The film
Probably.
posits that Thayer sacrificed her baby to Satan before hanging herself in order to become a malevolent spirit within the Rhode Island farmhouse.
Jesus.
However, It turns out that Bathsheba was just a normal woman who was married and had 4 children. 3 of them did die at a young age, but this was the 19th century, so
When
it wasn't
everybody
that
died at a
unusual.
young
In
age,
1885, Bathsheba passed away from a stroke and was buried next to her first husband and 3 children. Finally, one of the biggest questions most people have about the haunting of the Perron family is, why would you just not leave? I have that question.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable question. According to them, the answer is money. It simply wasn't financially possible for the family to leave. The haunting was happening during the end of the Nixon administration, all the way through the Carter administration. The economy was
You can't pitch a fucking tent in your front yard? Dude, I'd so be like sleeping in a tent in my front yard. If there was so much like weird ass haunted shit going on, I'd be like, that's it. Tent in the front yard.
terrible. And no matter how good your friends are, no one has a room to house 5 teenage girls and their mother and father. Aside from that, Andrea Perron notes that
Get
the
a bunch of
property
tents.
value on their 200-acre farm was devaluing by the day, and the family would have been destitute if they had just walked away. In 1980, the Perron
Yeah, Nixon is pretty rough.
family was finally able to sell the house, and as soon as the paperwork was signed, they made a beeline for Georgia and never looked back. As to whether this is a convincing reason to stay in a house with ghosts that take control of your body and abuse your daughters, well, like with every other aspect of this story, you'll just have to decide what you believe for yourself. So what do you think? Do you believe in hauntings? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, check out some of these other videos from our weird history.
Pretty good. Yeah. Interesting story. Lots of interesting shit there with that. So, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Laura, for sharing that. And then, again, for those who join my Patreon, you can get instant access to the Discord server. And you can send me links in the links room. And we can view things on Friday and even material for Mondays and Wednesdays. So, every Friday for October, we are going to be looking at cool paranormal stuff. I have some interesting things to bring up next week. I think it would be interesting. But yeah, anyways. Well, thank you all for joining me tonight. Let's wrap it up. I think that's enough ghost videage. Please send me your best ghost videos, paranormal videos for us to review. It doesn't matter if they're just a few minutes long or what. In the Discord server, in the links channel. I would love to see that next Friday. And I'd love to see what you find spooky. So find me a ghost video that really creeps you out and you just can't explain it. Let's look at it next Friday. Send me your favorite online paranormal video. Thank you, VKG. And thank you for the super chats tonight. I really appreciate that from you all. Super chats help me to do my work. And now that we've reached our goal, I'm definitely in the business of thinking I'd like to do some short essay type videos again, or maybe just short reaction videos with a really concentrated point. So, yeah, that'd be great. And again, happy birthday, Laura. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for coming, Patricia, VKG, Tyler Ease, and thank you to our moderators, Cassie and Mark, for keeping our chat room chill and safe. And, yeah, big shout out to our moderators there. Thank you, Elise, for coming. And replay crew, people who are watching the replays, remember to like the video, share it. And soon, also, we shall start taking short clips from big long live streams and posting those as well. Like best clips and stuff like that. Thanks for coming, Zero. And Cassidy. We had the good old crew today. Friday crew. I'm definitely ready to hunker down. I didn't even eat my donuts. They're on the floor over there laughing at me. I need to go eat them. And since it's the beginning of the month again, here soon, I will be updating the credits at the end of the live streams. So for those of you who sign up on Patreon, within the next few days, I will be adding you to the list. So, anyways, good night, you all. Have a good night. Go eat your donuts. Hell yes. Good night, everybody. It's good to see you. Oh yeah, I love you too. We made it through our scary videos. Good night, everybody. And we'll see you Monday. Oh, actually, we'll see you tomorrow. I am actually going to be on the Hyperion Source live stream tomorrow with Mark and Philip and Susan. So be there. Good night, Deborah. Thank you so much for coming. And MC Heavyset. All right. Good night, everybody.
Demon.